Of all the cryptids that exist out there, in my personal opinion, I'd say Bigfoot's probably the most infamous. Unfortunately, being that infamous comes with imposters. And that's what we're looking at today. But before we get started, if you haven't done so already, make sure you click that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with my latest videos. Number 1. This video is brought to us by TikTok user SellCouthArtsy. In this video, we have somebody filming from a train as they happen to spot a Bigfoot that's watching them on the mountain. For one, this thing's way too close to the train, and two, you can just tell from the quality of the way it looks, it's definitely somebody in a costume. The behavior, the fact that it's not hiding its height and shape, and overall it just looks like a cheap suit. Honestly, it looks like something you'd pick up at Party City. It's a fun video nonetheless, but don't be fooled by this. It's definitely not Bigfoot. Yeah, there's just something about it. It doesn't look natural enough. Plus its movement, it's over there stomping and shaking a stick. But just imagine for a second this actually was Bigfoot. And this was our first official encounter with him. Like, I can see the story now. Local Bigfoot gets tired of train cutting through its domain. Leaves threatening message with stick. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Did I get this one wrong? I don't think I did.
We've got Bigfoot right here.
Oh, I was like, that's pretty big. Oh my gosh, that's the real life thing. Did you see him, Sandy? Oh, I saw him back there.
Number 2. This video is brought to us by Cryptid University. And at first, this looks really, really great. But unfortunately, this has already been disproven online that it's not real. This is somebody in a costume. This is part of a fake documentary. And let me tell you, it's a damn shame because this thing looks legit. It fits the part so well. If you hear this guy's story, he talks about spending time in the area that is claimed to be their territory. And he wears camouflage and spends hours just filming the area. And that's where he catches the Watcher, which is what this is supposed to be. And apparently these pack of Bigfoot assign one of their own to keep watch just to make sure they're not discovered. Unfortunately, however, it's all just a hoax. If it was real, it would have been amazing, but it's not. So, what do you guys think? Let me know down below.
Complete segments of Todd Standing's filming of Sasquatches in another area where he's worked on, and with him explaining the background, which is so important. And I'm firmly convinced that he has filmed Sasquatches and that he has complete segments of Todd Standing's filming of Sasquatches in another area where he's worked on, and with him explaining.
Number 3. This video is brought to us by TikTok user SquatchMeNow. And this video is more so just photos taken from a trail cam. And although those photos look legit, unfortunately we don't have any actual video feed of it. And it just seems a little too convenient that almost every single picture on this cam doesn't show the top half of said cryptid.
It almost feels a little too convenient, if you know what I'm saying. But I'll tell you this, the fur does look legit. I don't think it's real.
If I had a farther back shot, maybe some information on the location of where this was taken, or just something else in context besides these 4 photos, I could say yeah, but unfortunately this just is not enough to sell me on this is actually Bigfoot. Number 4. This video is brought to us by TikTok user DigginUs. And although it seems like we capture a Yeti attack on film here, this person would have to have nerves of steel to not move or shake the camera, as not only did their friend get murdered by this thing, it fell inches from them as it rolled down the mountain. It's an interesting clip, and it's almost scary, but it's not real, unfortunately. This, however, is probably how a Yeti or Bigfoot would react if you happen to encroach on its territory. That's my assumption anyway. And I feel like they know their land well enough to not fall down like this one did, but choices in anger can't be taken back, so there's that. Just looks a little too CGI for me, you know, the bounce, the movement, the detail of it. But, as always, why don't you guys comment down below and share your opinion. Is this the real deal, or is this fake? I personally don't buy it. This video is brought to us by TikTok user Beer Me Bigfoot. And with a name like that, you can only imagine what we're getting into here. In this video, we have apparently a cop car on a dirt trail pulling up on what seems to be a Bigfoot who is captured on a bridge on camera. Once again, this creature is supposed to be very elusive, so why was it so easily captured? I know we haven't seen it yet, but here it is right here. Pay close attention to it, just the way it reacts, you can tell this is not real. Real Bigfoot's more couth or sly than this, but this thing, it waits until the cop car is almost upon it, and then it inches out of the way of the vehicle. Also, these are supposed to be really tall creatures, and this just doesn't fit that profile. I'm gonna say not real.
New Jersey State Park Police dash cam caught a Bigfoot on video. Part 2. What is Bigfoot doing? Follow hashtag BeerMeBigfoot for part 3.
Number 6. This video is brought to us by TikTok user UFO Guy. And in this video, we have a Bigfoot walking into the vision of what would seem to be a hidden camera. The reason I don't think this is a trail cam is because this camera is moving, and as Bigfoot walks by, it almost pans up. So if I had to guess, this is somebody recording. And the fact that Bigfoot didn't notice them walking by, I don't buy it. These things are very highly adapt to the environments they live in. You don't think there's a reason we've had trouble years and years for now trying to get good footage of one? It's because they know to avoid us. So, for me, the fact that this thing just happens to walk perfectly in front of a tree that blocks out its face, I don't buy it. I really don't. Maybe if this was a trail cam and it was taking still shots, maybe. But to me, this is somebody in a suit. What do you think? Number 7. This video comes from TikTok user FaZe, although if you look at the tag at the bottom of the video, it looks like the original poster was under the tag, "It's not earthly." Regardless, it looks like we have a clip of a Bigfoot at night having a midnight snack. I don't buy this immediately. One, the camera's set up perfectly, and this thing wasn't cautious enough to notice that. Two, the way it's eating, I feel like this is more how So the Dogman would eat than a Bigfoot. And three, as advanced as he is, he would pick that thing up with his hands. He would not get down on all fours and eat. At least I don't think he would. And then, of course, the subtle look up at the camera, almost to acknowledge that it knows it's been caught. It just feels like this is somebody in a suit. But I could be wrong. What do you guys think? I personally just don't buy it. And then, of course, they have that added, VHS tape effect on the screen that was the candle on the I don't buy it cake. Let me show you. I can do it myself. See, this is a filter you can use in editing software to make things look old or retro. And then that face, he's like the pug of Bigfoot. So honestly, I'd more likely believe this is a real sighting of the Lorax, and I would believe that this is Bigfoot. Maybe it was supposed to be a Dogman clip. Whatever it is, I don't buy it. What about you guys? What do you think? Well, my fans of the paranormal, we made it through another week of questionable clips. If you did enjoy today's video, maybe consider leaving a comment, hitting that like button, and if you haven't done so already, clicking the subscribe button. Because I'm always posting something spooky.